Dave Antoine is up next with a Just the Facts update on Duxbury government on the local scene.
The final August 2025 meeting of the Duxbury Select Board began with a public hearing on the transfer of an aquaculture to Christopher Burns, a longtime resident with extensive experience in oyster farming. With Richard Brennan, the town's Shellfish Advisory Committee chair, leading, he discussed the detailed 3-year plan presented by Mr. Burns in relation to a grant on the aquaculture. That committee had a vote of 5 in favor with 1 abstention, revealed by the chair before Christopher Burns himself spoke, citing his field experience. The board voted favorably for the transfer itself. The board then revisited a topic from their last meeting, a discussion pertaining to a mass housing response letter about a proposed 40B with the villas at Pembroke. Even without her presence at the meeting, the words of Select Board member Amy McNabb were heard through Town Manager Rainey Reed. Amy's comments began with the villas as a limited dividend organization that was presumably incorporated in Alabama. Upon review of this with the Alabama Secretary of State's office, no such organization had existed. Ms. McNabb believed that looking into this proposal, that there'd need to be consideration with how this organization would agree to limit its profits pursuant to Mass state law and not Alabama itself. The comments went further in to elaborate the value of the purchase price of the property being $995,000, but the organization claiming that it's over $3.8 million. Ms. McNabb felt that this raised the question about the land value abutting Route 3 and how we go from nearly $1 million to almost $4 million, given the $995,000 was priced in May 2025. Her comment then looked at the developer's qualifications, given their consultant roles in architecture, construction, and engineering, but are listed only as an applicant for the property and not the aforementioned roles. Additionally, the concern was that this site is home to wetlands and endangered species, the latter being the eastern box turtle in its habitat. Her comments addressed concerns about the impact of the town's taxes, water supply, and municipal services, along with previous responses by the developer. Cindy Ladd-Fiorini attended remotely, recalled earlier that a development on this property was rejected due to sightline concerns, one that the board had certainly noted. Member Michael McGee believes that the conclusory statements, identified by Amy as false, misleading, and absurd comments, would need to be explored further. Michael also felt that on the topic of Alabama, would this require discussion with town council and more exploration? The board felt that the organization's incorporation may be a tricky topic. Overall, the board looked to Rainey to work with Amy to further flesh out her comments. Rainey then continued with his town manager's report, giving a shout out to the town's DPW, Water Department, and Mass DOT for their fast work related to a project that required reduction of a Route 3A lane, given the work needed to be completed before the school year began. Rainey also discussed the comprehensive plan that is Envision Duxbury, a rather extensive document that will be looked at in future meetings with Planning Director Matthew Hines. This has been your Duxbury Government Access on the local scene. We are so glad you stopped by. If you would like to support community in action through media, please consider donating to the local scene. The QR code here will take you where you need to go. Thanks, friend.